Good morning. How are you? I just got dressed and put on a little bit of makeup because we're gonna go out and get our Christmas tree today because it's time. Thanksgiving's over. It was lovely. We're on to the next thing. I'm ready to turn my house into a Christmassy wonderland, so let's do it.
Hello. Wait, it died? So much for it being alive.
Can you reset the time?
No, I don't have the necessary equipment.
We'll reset it at home. I'm sorry, Sid. I know that's frustrating.
That's the second time it died.
Oh, honey, I'm sorry. Let me see.
Okay.
Let me see. We can fix it. We can reset it.
Yeah, we'll reset it. That's part of the fun.
Good, how are you? Good.
For tree? Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, you like this one?
Yeah, pull it up so I can see how tall it is.
Shake for you?
Yeah.
You got it? Yeah. Out here for you.
I like that too.
You like that one, Sid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can
He looks like a nice fat one. I like it.
You're into that one?
What do you think?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, me too, me too.
Yeah, let's do that one. Yeah?
Yeah, sure. That's it.
Yeah?
Alright.
All right. All right, that was fast. Hello. It is like 7 o'clock. I've been editing like all day, but we're gonna go decorate the tree. I'm so excited. What?
Can I open it?
Oh my gosh. Stop jumping on the couch, you goober.
On the couch.
Yeah, we're gonna decorate the tree.
Can I open it? Can I?
Wait,
Oh
wait,
my
wait,
gosh,
wait.
just hold
Honey,
on
wait.
a second.
I can't help
Hey,
it.
Al. Al, headphones off. We're gonna decorate the tree, okay?
Alright.
Let's do it.
Let's wait a second.
Well, I think Daddy and I are gonna
Whoa.
spread them on the table because we're gonna go through, unwrap them. The ones that you guys can do, we'll put on the table. And then the ones that are maybe a little bit more delicate, we'll just unwrap and hang them. Does that make
What
sense?
about the ones that are in between? Because I'm very careful.
You are very careful. Both of you are very careful, and that's
The
wonderful.
Careful person that has ever existed.
Wait, is that Ella's or
That
mine?
is Ella's.
This is Ella's.
Good morning. How are you? I'm great. So it's my second day of vlogging for Vlogmas, and I was doing some editing, trying to like stay on top of it. I was like, I got this, I'm killing this, I'm crushing this. And I opened Final Cut, and a real vlogging rite of passage happened where, like, it's a video file in there, but it's black, and there's sound happening, but no video, no picture. And typically I take the footage off my camera, I put it in a folder on an external hard drive that I'm keeping all of this YouTube stuff on, and then I import it into Final Cut. And I didn't do it that way this time because Final Cut was open when I plugged in the card, so it just imported directly to Final Cut. And it was there last night when I imported it. And when I import footage, I delete it off the card, so I no longer have the original footage. I also don't have a copy of it in a different folder. And it's just gone. And it's all of the footage of us decorating the tree, which is supposed to be this entire, like, most of what vlog number 1 is. So now I don't know what to do. So either you just saw lovely footage, I figured out a way, I fixed it, whatever, and you just saw gorgeous footage of my family decorating our Christmas tree, or you saw a black screen. Very frustrating, but either way, it's all fine. Like I said, rite of passage, right? I still have to decorate the whole house. I just, like, was not sure I was gonna have time to do that before this Vlogmas goes up, so maybe I will have to find the time to do that before this Vlogmas goes up. We will see. Today I have my second anatomy scan. So I think I said before, because my pregnancy is high risk, there's just a lot of extra precautions that are taken, including I have 2 different doctors. I have, like, my regular OB, and then I have a high risk doctor that I see, and they do an early ultrasound. They did it at 17 weeks and everything was looking great, and then we're doing the second anatomy scan at 22 weeks. I'm 22 weeks. And yeah, typically you just do the one big anatomy scan at 20 weeks, but again, high risk. So I get 2 big anatomy scans. So let's go do that, shall we?
For the first time ever seeing it eye to eye.
Got those morning bass notes.
Just for now. If I were a fish, do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Sometimes you have to be a little bit naughty.
Oh, baby, baby, you won't break my.
Hello.
Turn right onto Northfield Avenue.
Okay. So I just got out of my appointment. Everything is totally fine. The baby is fine. It's always such a horrible experience for me going to the doctor. It just feels like every time I go, there's something else that they want to raise the alarm about. And so far everything has been okay. The baby has been okay. I've been okay. And everything has turned out fine. Most of the time, I'm fine. And I can handle it, like the stress of it and all that stuff. And it's all fine. And then sometimes it just gets to be too much. It gets to be too much, and I'm just like so full of anxiety about it. I have what I'm told is white coat syndrome, like pretty serious white coat syndrome, where every time I go to the doctor and they measure my blood pressure, it's high. And this started with I think it was my first pregnancy. It was happening in my first pregnancy, and it turned out that with my first pregnancy, they were just using the wrong size blood pressure cuff. Because here's a shocker. A blood pressure cuff that fits on a thin woman is not going to fit on me. It is not going to properly measure my blood pressure. And in fact, it's going to measure it high. And it got to the point where in my first pregnancy, every time I went in, like I had done research on my own. And that's how I discovered that there were even different size cuffs that existed. So it got to the point in my first pregnancy where every time I went in, I would say to the nurse, hey, I just want to check and make sure that that's the cuff for the fatties, you know? And I was often met with like eye rolls and annoyances, or they didn't have that cuff that day, which basically just meant that the nurse didn't want to go and get it. But when they would take it with the correct size cuff, my blood pressure was fine. So it started there, and I wound up getting a blood pressure cuff for myself and getting a large size cuff for it for at home so that I could monitor my own blood pressure. And every time I monitor it at home, it is fine. It is within normal levels. And every time I go to the doctor, it is high. So now I'm at the point where I just say that. Every time I go to the doctor, before they measure my blood pressure, I say, hey, just so you know, I have white coat syndrome. Every time I come to the doctor, my blood pressure is high. And so this time, because here's the thing, you see a different doctor every single time. Like, I haven't seen the same doctor twice. So doctor was like, your blood pressure is high. Like, I want to do a 24-hour urine test to test for proteins in your urine, because high blood pressure, they're afraid of preeclampsia, etc., etc. And I tried to explain to her, like, oh, this is a common problem that I have. This is not new. This is happening even when I'm not pregnant. Like, essentially just trying to get more information. Like, why am I doing this? Why am I doing more lab tests? Why am I peeing in a jug for 24 hours and then getting blood work done? Like, is there a reason to be alarmed? Is something wrong with the baby? And you just get every time I ask, there's no straight answer. There's no, like, you just want, all you want when you go into these appointments is for the doctor to say, baby looks good, you're doing a good job, everything's good. As a former gifted kid who needs a gold star, it is really hard. And it feels like I'm not being told things, and it feels like I don't understand something, or I'm stupid. I just would love some reassurance, because I feel like I'm working really hard all the time to, like, create a good environment for my baby to grow in. And I feel like I'm failing, and my body is failing, and I can't do anything about it. Okay. I'm home. I have taken a few breaths. I have eaten some lunch. I feel a little bit better. It's just hard. It's just hard. Pregnancy is hard in general. And I'm definitely finding, the differences for this, like, advanced maternal age pregnancy are that, in my experience anyway, are that everything is so much more alarmist. Everything, I don't know, maybe it's literally just that I didn't actually have any complications with the first two pregnancies. Although, even with those two, there were things where the alarm would get raised simply because of, honestly, my weight. And a little bit because of the fact that I don't have medical history because I'm adopted. And the first two pregnancies, alarms would get raised, but maybe I was just better able to handle it. I don't know. With this pregnancy, it just feels like I said, like, every time I go to the doctor, there's some new concern that is awful, and everything is terrible, and I'm failing, and my body is failing, and it's so... The doctors have not been very good so far at saying, baby's looking good. And I also potentially am having trouble hearing that if they are saying it. But when I sit down and think about it, baby's doing great. So hitting every milestone, all the growth stuff is looking good. The heart rate always looks good. Her size is good. Every appointment I go in, here's the list of things that are wrong, that could go wrong. And all you want is for someone to say, the baby's looking so great. They're doing such a good job. Anyway, I'm attempting to reclaim the day. I have a little bit more work I'd like to do. But then tonight they're doing a tree lighting in our town, and I would love to take the girls. So we'll see if that happens. It can be tricky to kind of wrangle everyone to get out, but I think it'd be fun to go. So we'll see. Maybe we'll do that. At the very least, I'm going to go show you guys our completed decorated tree. I still can't believe I lost that footage. But this first day of Vlogmas is turning out to really not be what I expected it to be. But maybe that just means it can only go up from here, right?